Sloss and Humphries on the road.
Muggins and cream, cream and muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
That's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh. They said it can't be done.
How's your son's birthday party?
Aye.
Many MILFs?
A couple of MILFs.
MILFs?
A couple of MILFs.
Flirt with them?
Flirt with one of them.
Did you?
Aye.
Cara?
Aye. MILFs.
Mums.
Milm,
What's the extra
huh?
M? What's the extra M?
Mum that lets me.
Mum, I'd... No, because it's mum that.
No.
So there's not a vowel. You need to put a vowel in. You need a better acronym.
I'll give up then.
We're like way older than MILFs now. Like I reckon if you're looking at MILFs on the internet,
maybe for you. I'm fucking no man.
Sure,
Any
man,
MILF.
I reckon like the MILF tube's like late 20s, and it's like young people are looking at that. It's not like the
No, but first of all, I'm pretty sure MILFs. I don't think you can be. I don't think.
What age was
I don't think you can be the MILF of a toddler.
original MILF. What age was Stifler's mum? She must have been older than you for to be Stifler's mum. What age was Stifler's mum during American Pie 1? That is the original age of.
I reckon she would have been because if
the
she
dawn
was
of MILF.
Yeah, if she would have been 45, she's 5. 40,
I think so.
Yeah. Like don't get me wrong. Like I personally believe you can be a MILF if you've got a fucking baby. But I just think traditionally, like the MILF is of like a teenage kid as well.
A teenage kid's mother.
Yeah, you can't. Not like a woman pushing a pram with a
It
fucking
needs to be
baby.
one of your mates' mothers.
Yeah,
it can't be.
Aye.
So you have to be like sentient to the idea of fucking.
Yes. Yeah.
To look at somebody your age's mother. You're not like looking at looking at a baby going. Your
mum want to fuck your mum. I mean, I'm looking at Kayla and being like, I want to fuck your mum. I don't tell him that.
Your mum's a MILF.
He knows. Yeah.
The actress was 38, but don't know about the character.
2 years younger than me and 4 or 5 years older than you.
Yeah. However old I fucking am.
She done The Fringe.
And what's her name? Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge done The Fringe.
And she was in. She's had a resurgence because she was.
What's she in now?
She was in White Lotus, and she was so good in White Lotus.
Which one's White Lotus?
The comedy about the hotel called the White Lotus.
Good, recommended.
Yes, yeah. Like a bit bougie and wanky. Like a good. We thought it was really funny, and we really enjoyed the theme tune. But there's a bit of pretentiousness. Like it's good,
Yeah.
but you gotta be smart to enjoy it.
I'll check it out. I've been watching True Detective. I'm not sure about it. There's one episode left. It's right. It would have been class if they just released it as a block of 6. It's not fucking grip enough to make us wait until Monday. Like, I don't care that much by the time Monday comes around, but like, I'll just be like, oh, well, then might as well watch another one. But I'm not like, fuck, man, is it Monday yet? I need to know what happened.
Is this one with the?
I still don't know if it's supernatural or not. Yeah, I still don't
Is
know.
this one with girls in it?
Jodie Foster's the big name in it.
Yeah.
Which is Clarice Starling from.
Are either of them hard as nails?
Yeah, I mean they're all pretty tough.
Yeah.
They
punch things.
Get into fights now. I get hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean they're up in the Everdark of Alaska. You know, like the permanent night where like the sun goes down.
Harder. Jodie Foster, the other one.
The other one.
Aye.
Yeah.
Okay. They ever fight each other?
Not yet. No.
Yeah, they will.
But, I mean they're always like at loggerheads. They haven't come to blows. But I think the younger one would smash her.
Aye.
Yeah, aye. Just nails.
But you reckon it'd be like
physically more.
Aye.
I shouldn't have nails.
And what about in real life? Oh, we can find out what's the name of the actress who plays the. Type in the other one from Check True Detective. Which is what it's called, by the way.
Yeah, in real life, absolutely. Jodie Foster's is like nails to her core, but she's still like quite a slight older woman. Whereas this woman's like quite hench.
Aye.
And young.
Is it Michelle Monaghan?
Yeah, probably.
Or Alexandra Daddario?
Probably, aye.
It's one of them. Kayla's birthday was good. It's so funny. Like you know how you obviously we made fun of you because your girlfriend picked your dog after that for ages. one of the big things that I thought I would hate so much about being a dad, and I'm on record saying several times, is I do not want my friends to be dictated by my son's friends and who he's friends with, right? Whereas now, man, I love the swimming mums. Like, I'm in that group myself.
You prefer that WhatsApp to like your mates and your comedian mates?
Oh no, I'm not in the swimming mums WhatsApp.
Do you like seeing
Kara's
yourself
in
on your
there.
best behaviour as well? Do you like your best self that you're putting forward?
No, because I thought I would have to really change who I was, like to like be acceptable to my son's friends. Like I thought,
You don't change who you are. You operate in decorum.
yeah.
Like who I was in front of my granddad isn't not who I am. It's just that's the best me.
Oh no, I'm not as clean as I'm not like in the swimming. I'm not as clean with them as like man. They know who I am. Like they've come to the show and stuff. Like we're friends. So but I didn't know that. Whereas I am just me. I can still obviously. I mean, we all swear around our kids. Like they're a good set of moms because they're not like you get some bitchy parents and you get some non-bitchy parents, right? Bitchy parents are the ones that are always like trying to get your kid to be in competition with their kid, being like, oh, we don't let our kid do this and we only do this. And
Screen time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All these ones and people who want to pair like that. That's absolutely fine. I'm just telling you, you're absolutely fucking shite to hang out with, like as another parent. It's just be like, oh man, can you not make me compare myself to you? Like if you're doing a better job, can you just do it fucking quietly? The reason I love the fucking swim mums is because they'll be sitting there and you'll be like, you'll have hung out with other parents who are just like, we never let our kid do this, and it's just refreshing to see some mum being like, man, he got into the celebration tub this morning and there was nothing we could do to get him out of it. And I'm like, I really respect that type of parenting.
Yeah, when people show their own weakness and vulnerability,
Yeah,
and like, they're not doing the perfect fucking route through, through the obstacle course of life. They're fucking stumbling, they're falling, they're going back a few steps, and you're just like, oh man. And you're like, oh, reality then.
The people who are the people who are the opposite of Instagram reels are way better to hang out with. Because it's just them being like, man, we dropped him down the stairs yesterday. How is he? We're too scared to get ejected. Who gives a fuck? That type of parenting is, fun to get to share all of your shitty little moments. So
fresh and honesty.
Oh man, just somebody being like, I can't remember what it was.
You think acting like the perfect parent is just like a fucking insecurity that you're just like shielding yourself?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
If I let it creep in that I'm doing it wrong, I'm going to fall.
Well, and I think it's a bit.
We must be right. If I agree that your way is right, then I'm fucked because I've been doing it wrong. That means
the best form of defense is attack. So when you get defensive about your parenting things, you tend to attack other people's parenting things. Yeah. So it's really nice to be a bug. And by the way, look, all of these women are unbelievable mothers, right? Like, of course they are, but like they're very much like, man, I lost him for 5 minutes in the house yesterday, and I walked around the corner, and he was just licking the pram wheel, and I'm there going, man, thank fucking God. The amount of times Kara's been up in the shower and I'm meant to be looking after Kale, and I'll be like, what's in your mouth? What? Fuck.
Can you remember when ages ago there was like a fucking massive thing in the papers with David Cameron leaving his kid in the pub? I was like, everyone was hating on him. I was reading that guy, Devin Mecca's like him. Don't humanize this man.
Yeah, man. So there was lots of there was lots of people at Caelan's birthday party. Lots of the entire swimming mums were there. I've spoken about Little Posh People on this podcast before because it was that company that my wife made us go to for the soft play at our wedding because we knew there were going to be lots of kids at our wedding because
all the adults ended up on it.
But you could rent this thing called Little Posh People, and I had a problem with the fact that their company was called Little Posh People because that's a Tory company.
Just fucking admit who you are.
Yeah. It doesn't make me feel good to order from that place, but they are exceptional and we love them. They have upped their fucking game. So, and I have no idea this was an option. As always, not as always, as of recently, and as hopefully continuing in the future, we are sponsored by Thistly Cross cider. Now, I've said this several times about Thistly Cross. Unlike a lot of podcasts and their advertisers, we were not approached by them. I approached them because this is one of my favourite drinks in the entire world. It has a number of flavours, from Scottish fruits to the whiskey cask to their original flavour to elderflower to strawberry. It's Scottish cider made in the east of Scotland. It's a small Scottish-owned business. that have been growing for the past 10 years. They do it all by themselves. They have been doing it so well for so long that they have been winning particularly the Whiskey Cask one has been winning
Cider
of the Year 2023. I imagine they'll get it again in 2024 because as a prolific cider drinker, I've not tried anything else better.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that's used the discount code and shared it online and stuff, because it's nice to see you all enjoying what we've been banging on about.
Yes, it does make, and it makes us look infinitely better to them, and the fact that you're now buying it. So if you are in the UK and you want to sample some of the best cider that the UK has to offer, you can go to thistlecross.co.uk, and by using the promo code ThistlySloss10, you will get a 10% discount. That's ThistlySloss10 at thistlecrosscider.co.uk. It's a perfect way to support the podcast, and it's a perfect way to support local Scottish businesses.
And absolutely post it on Instagram and tag us in and tag in Thistley Cross and give us something to share.
All week, for the entire month of fucking January and the first week of February, Kara's like, you've got no idea when it's coming to Caitlin's birthday, do you? And I'm like, I know, don't paint me as like this out dad that like doesn't. It's the same rule as the wedding, right? I'll be involved in the bits that I'm interested in, but I'm not going to pretend I have an opinion on stuff when your opinion on it's just way more because you care more. Like, I don't give a fuck about the flowers, but I do give a fuck about the booze and the food and the whatever. When it comes to our son's birthday party, she picked the theme, right? She's like, it's going to be ocean theme, to the sea, as in the pun to the number two, the sea.
To the sea.
So, and she's got her cake place that she always go to, so I need to be involved in that, and she's just happy doing it.
Next year will be another 3.
Maybe what would next? What would be a third one?
And then 4 at the show.
No, it can't be. It can't be
deep dive for 5.
No, it can't be deep. It can't be. See, you got to do the opposite. We got to find a pun for 3 that's something else.
No, it's all
climbing 3.
3 monkeys.
3 monkeys.
No, it's 12 monkeys, isn't it?
Yeah. 3 monkeys is the song about jumping on the bed. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's where that came from. So you can rent like a soft play climbing frame thing that comes in 3 parts. It comes in the back of a fucking trolley, like a horse trolley, and it got delivered. So the whole week I'm like, Cara, there's going to be balloons. They're going to look like fucking whales and sharks. There's going to be like a fucking ball pit. I'm aware of what's about to turn up, right? Massive, like taller than I am. Like I'd say what, about 6.5 feet? Each of these fucking things, 6.5 feet tall, 6.5
5.5 feet. Tell her that.
6.5 feet tall, 6.5 feet wide, giant fucking squares made of fucking metal. I have to carry them up the fire exit because
Full of water.
Well, there was a stupid part of me, like we were lifting one of them up, and one of them had loads of balls in it. It was the ball pit part, and they were all sealed in, and it was really heavy. And it took 5 of us to lift, and I was like, I didn't say it out loud. And thank God I didn't say it out loud because it was only. I genuinely thought to myself, would it be lighter if we took the balls out?
Tiny little air balls.
Tiny little ball
that are
balls.
really hard to carry and really inconvenient to carry.
The worst.
That's like that fucking cartoon of like somebody carrying a wardrobe up the stairs and somebody inside of it carrying the clothes.
Yes, yeah. I did feel very fucking stupid. That turned out, man, I can't, there are children now that must have access to birthday parties that were well beyond our wildest dream. My birthday kids, like a gold tier I threw a great fucking birthday when I was young was if your mum and dad let you fucking take you and your friends to the cinema, that was a fucking great one. Loved the cinema trip. That was real top notch. If any of your friends managed to take you to fucking Laser Quest, always a great day. Bowling I had below, but like bowling, like it was so good. I looked like, I still want to go to a bowling party.
Yeah, definitely there for the dads. The dads are coming before the kids if you're going to bowling.
Well, there's more. The thing about bowling as well is like I feel like that's a good one for your teenage years because especially if there's like people of the opposite sex or people you're attracted to there, you're sort of trusted to be alone at a bowling alley. Parents are in the restaurant next door, or they're up at the fucking bar playing the arcade machine or doing whatever, reading a book. They can leave you to fucking bowl, so you got your interactions. Laser Quest.
A bit older.
Aye.
I don't think I've done any of them things, you know.
No? What was yours?
Like I remember the Blythe Sports Centre soft play was always the one. That was like the go-to. Like every kid seemed to have the same party, and it was that. But then after,
that was just a giant indoor play.
But then after, like, there was always like stuff on at houses where you play like heads and tails. You know, where you flip a coin and you've got all your heads together, or all your bums together. and you do like improvised games. So like everyone's dancing, and then like you've got the music stops, and people will put their heads together, put their bums together, and then they flick a coin, and then all the people that have got their heads together go out,
right.
and all the people that have got their tails
Okay.
together stay in. Like where it's cost the parents nothing.
yeah. But yeah.
It's cost the parents flat zero. I remember turning up to one of them parties.
That's not true. They might lose the penny.
Yeah, you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it. I remember turning up to a party from a girl at school, and I was the only boy that turned up. And I was
You were gay.
I was the gay kid at the party, and I was absolutely mortified. And it was one of the parents like teamed up with me for all the party games because all the girls picked each other. And I was not only the only boy, the odd number that was teamed up with a mum.
How old were you?
Like 18 or something. Ooh, how old? Like, must have been 7. I'm gonna say 7.
And you've got no idea why you were the only boy picked.
The only boy that was there.
Aye.
Like,
You reckon they think you play football or something?
I wonder if, like, I mean, everyone must have got invited and then made their excuses, right? They wouldn't have just invited one boy to the party.
Yeah.
Like, nobody filled me on how that happened. I wasn't expecting that. Felt like I was texting my mates, going, you're going to be at the party. It was 7 in the 90s,
Aye.
late 80s. Core memory, though.
Just you and the girls.
When I worked with I Love Puss.
When I got so much of it at a 7-year-old birthday party.
I remember when I was in school, there was everybody had to pick that, like, your options that you have in school. And the option with design technology was like you can do textiles or cooking or woodwork or I think there was another one. And one of the lads picked cooking, and he was the only one to pick cooking. And we're all doing woodwork, all the boys were doing woodwork, and he started getting called gay for picking food, and he just everyone in the fucking like yard against him, and he just looked gay. I'm doing the only thing full of lasses as a kid. It just stumped everybody.
They were like, huh? No, we work with
Like,
each other's wood.
Maybe we're gay. Please
Lads,
accept us for who we are.
lads, is carpentry gay? What do you mean Jesus was a carpenter? Well, that confirms everything.
Yeah, he hung around with 12 blokes, didn't he?
Did. Tried to get him drunk on wine. Guys,
Try
drink.
this water.
Aye. Drink my blood. Ew. Are you one of those gays?
Not even allowed to give blood. Pass the jar. Pass the jar. We'll put a fiver in. There it is.
Oh, do we need to vote on, or has there been a vote on who we're donating all the last year's money to?
Yeah, we need to give money to a charity. There's some people in the Discord, I believe, but I haven't actually looked.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. I can have a look now.
Yeah, we'll have a look there now, and we'll put it on the Patreon what we've given it to.
Yeah.
We'll phone them and give it, and just not even explain why. I went to the Comedy Store this weekend where you were having birthday parties, and we're meeting. Me and Tom, I was staying at Tom Horton's house, and we're meeting up with Elliot Steele afterwards. And he's out with one of his mates, and we just agreed to meet him at this pub that's near Tom's house, the nearest pub to Tom's house. So we meet him there afterwards, and fuck me, did it look like a student union coming in? They must have had some like student night on or something, and. You know, walking in, that Tom State joke from fucking ages ago, like, just sprung into my mind where he was like, I can't go to a nightclub now. If I do, people look at me like, someone's in trouble. Their dad's here. Because, like, I could, like, old enough, I would have the babies young, old enough to be the dads.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, biologically old enough to be their dads, legally old enough to be their dads. And I walk in, Elliot and his mates sat there in their mid-20s, looking slightly old for the occasion, but... not dodgy.
Yeah.
And I go and sit with them, right? And this young lad and a wife beater, like, just skinny young lad, you know, he hasn't filled out yet, just points at McGann. Elliot Steele, Conor Humphries, I love your comedy. It's fucking great. Oh, wow, fucking cool. Like, I didn't ask for a photo, I didn't overstay his welcome, and out of that, just pointed out that he enjoyed it. And then later on, I'm just like outside waiting for everybody else to finish their drinks and make their way out and all that. Like, it was me and Elliot, and this young lad just come up with his man. Yeah, I've been talking to my mate over there, The fuck are you doing in here?
Valid question.
I think, mate, I'm glad I got the chance to clear this up. but that's where I'm staying, and I could point at the house. I'm like, that's where I'm staying. This sells booze, and we're meeting friends. And but fuck me, I was like, I should not have been in there.
So was it a nightclub?
It was just a bar. Like, we could get a seat and have a drink, but it was like, it did have a dance floor. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be. It was a like function room.
Yeah.
Would be more of a way of describing it. A function room with a dance floor and tables and chairs in. Student union would be another good way of explaining what it was.
Did you feel like a beast?
No, because I spent most of the time chatting to Elliot watching a 2013 rerun of Man United versus Man City where Wayne Rooney scored the overhead kick and we knew it was coming at some point.
Yeah.
So we're just really enjoying like old school football, which is, I still find it mad talking with old school football and I'm talking about 2013 because I see old school football as the 90s. But I'm sat there with Elliot Steele where that's his 90s. So I just had a lovely chat with my mate, had a pint and watched some footy. So it was alright. But like,
what do 19-year-olds look like nowadays?
They were all wearing woolly hats
Oh,
indoors. A lot of woolly hats, a lot of like fur bands,
okay.
like white fur or like a beanie, like lots of
And
woolly
you sure it
hats
wasn't
on.
like a fucking ski theme? It wasn't like a student? Because they
I think it was just cold out,
right.
and they were now indoors and left the hats on. That's one thing I noticed. The rest of them, like the rest of the attire, wasn't angled towards keeping them warm.
I was going to say, are they used to today's scantily
Quite
clad?
a bit on display, despite.
Oh,
having
you're
them
old
warm
as-
on
listen
the-
to you, you're
quite,
old as-
quite a lot on display.
Oh, listen to you.
I was
old
thinking
fuck.
about the temperature. That is an old way to say it, isn't it? A lot on display.
Yeah.
Or pouring out their dresses.
Well, to be fair, I guess you get to an age where you're not allowed to say like, oh, they're scantily clad because it sounds like you're attracted to it, and then that's when it's creepy. So you have to find like vague ways to say they weren't wearing much, but then like not sounding.
It wasn't like that's why I know I'm old, right? Like, even though like subjectively some of these girls were probably very beautiful,
Yes.
and scantily clad. If any of them sat down next to us and started chatting us up, I'd feel fucking deeply uncomfortable.
Aye.
Like, I'd recoil at the thought of this conversation.
But like, I'm sorry, I know in your head you're an adult because you're the oldest you've ever been, and you are absolutely within your own right. You're an adult. To me, you're a child, and I cannot talk to a child who is in her underwear.
I'd feel paternal. I'd feel paternal.
Yeah.
In any advance would feel incestuous because I just want to protect them in a way.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do now. Thankfully, the good thing about like being very openly like married and stuff is not that I ever got hit on heaps. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking in that respect.
Aye.
But like, there's
I occasionally, like after shows, if I ever met with fans, occasionally I would have somebody being like, "Oh, if you wanna." 45 minutes of my show is about how much I love my wife and my son. So like, there's just no,
no.
yeah.
No, there's no.
Which by the way, I'm annoyed at because I would love to fucking prove my loyalty. Gotta be like, just so you, I'd love to be doing the thing that I know she goes through all the time, which is like people throw themselves at me, and I'm saying no. And by the way, and I'll pass all your stupid little tests, which is like, it's not sorry, I'm married. It's I'm married. There's no sorry. I'm not apologizing.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry for you that you don't get to fuck me, even though I am class at it and you would have loved it. But of course I'm not sorry because I love my wife and she's the only one who's getting this fucking hot. That's what you got to say.
So I had that one where someone just like verbally offered us a blowjob.
Aye.
And I don't know if you know things about me. I love blowjobs, mate. Probably doesn't even matter where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And obviously, fucking like embarrassed, flat rejected it. And then
How did you say no? No.
I'm married. I'm married. I'd hate to have a blowjob. It would be rubbish. That would be you. That. Just like awkwardly, like bashfully. As if it was a joke, and then just realised like you can't even brag about that.
No, you can't.
Like, you kind of just be like, turn down you lucky bitch to me wife. You're like a cow turning a blowjob the other day.
Aye.
She'd just be like, should have took it, saved me a job. Like, what?
Yeah. No, I don't know how. Like, I stopped liking nightclubs when I was but fucking 27, 28 anyway. Like, I don't know if I could go back into.
I much prefer a boozer than a nightclub.
Define the difference.
Sitting around chatting
Aye.
and dancing and like loud music.
Aye.
Like I kind of relied on like having something to say.
Yeah.
Like my chat like over my rhythm. It wins every time.
Yeah. I was never like,
If I've got to express myself by moving my limbs.
I knew I wasn't that attractive, or at least I knew that like I wasn't attractive. One of my friends, and I know what attractive is. Jordan, our friend Beebs, when we were he's gorgeous now. He's always been fucking gorgeous. But I remember going into like nightclubs when I had like, man, even though my status now is celebrity, is fucking Z-list celebrity. Way back in the day, it was like how they used to fucking name rows in cinemas that are massive theaters. Like I was triple Z celebrity. Nobody knew who the fuck I was, but I could still occasionally get laid off the back of it. Walking into nightclubs with Beebs and girls just going up to him and being like, "I'm sorry to do this, but can I just kiss you? Like you're just the most handsome person." And I'm just being like, "Man, this is how easy it's getting laid." And all of us being around, be like, "Oh, not at all, man."
I've got a handful of mates where the world just reacts to them like that.
Aye.
The Taviran.
Yeah. Aye. They never. I occasionally had people who were like, I've had people being like, I'm going to make it my mission to fuck you. And I'm like, that can be a short mission. And I guess it doesn't take much.
I fucked a lot of dudes that way.
No, man. But I remember like, the first time I toured Sweden was the first time like when I fully understood straight away the benefits of feminism, which was just women coming up to you and I've talked about this on stage, women being like, "What do I have to say to get you into bed?" And me being like, "That is literally all you have to fucking say." And like from there was not. They would just take me back to either their place or we would go back to my hotel. We would fuck for a bit, and after we were done fucking, they'd be like, "All right, should we go back to the club now? Should we go back and like hang out with all of our friends and stuff?" And I'm like, "Can I have your number?" And they were like, "No," because we've done the thing. And I'm like, Is this what feminism is? Is this because I'll tell everyone about this. This is the tits.
Yeah, now you're a big feminist when you get back home. This is what a feminist looks like.
Well, no. Just when I saw when you see the benefits of councillism, like you don't care where they get it from. Sometimes, like you know, aye.
So you're like in feminism for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, aye. It doesn't matter.
So many men are. It's gross.
Yeah.
Tinder feminist.
I started for the wrong reasons. Now I think you know I do it for the right reasons.
Who was that guy that used to be really outwardly feminist? All over Facebook, Siegel or something. Doug Siegel. Remember that name?
Oh my goodness.
Creepy with his feminism.
Yeah.
Super duper. Like this is.
Yeah. Unironically wearing "This is what feminists wear." Looks like shit.
that always gives the ick. That I was like, someone needs to keep an eye on him. Like, he's coming at it too strong.
Luke Hagee's got the best line for them, which is "chair sniffing white knights."
That's 100% what he was. Chair sniffing white knights.
Yeah.
I'd rather just be the feminist that you'd look at when you're actually like in trouble.
Oh no, like I don't know if I'd like to.
I've been a feminist in the black and night when somebody's like getting physically assaulted. And then I've been the feminist that they needed. But as far as fighting the cause, I don't know if I've done much.
I don't think I've done fucking heaps for it, but I think it's more like you're a better. The way to do it isn't to be like I am a. It's for other people to point out that you are one while you do things. Like you should never be being like, I'm that, you know, I'm this is what I believe in. Well, why don't you do what you believe in and I'll tell you. Why don't through your actions you do shit and I'll tell you what you fucking believe in. If other people say I'm a feminist, then I'm a feminist. If I say I'm a feminist, then I'm not. If that makes sense. Or at least in some way, do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah. It's like, you should never want to be it. I always think that with like politicians, you shouldn't want to be prime minister. You should just be good enough to be.
Well, I think I mean more in the sense of
the
like
people that want to be, I don't even trust them.
Yeah. Or it should be like politics should be like jury duty. I think I just mean more in the sense of like, regardless of if being a feminist is a good thing, you've got to understand what that word means to some people. Right? And by claiming to be it, you're sort of pitching yourself against people who, because there are people on the right who will be pro-women's rights and pro that stuff, but that's not what they see feminism as. So sometimes I guess it's important to not label yourself as something and then be it through your actions.
You think you're a good feminist?
No, God, no,
What
absolutely
can you
not.
improve?
I could probably stop saying toots and sluts.
Oh, no. How are you, man? How are you, man?
Like I definitely use sexist slang, and I'm never getting rid of it, and I'm never getting rid of it. Like if that's your fucking sticking point of me being a feminist, then I'm not a fucking feminist. I'm still calling women bitches. I'm still using the word cunt, and that's because I'll call men bitches and I'll call men cunts. If you want to extrapolate any meaning from me using those words that isn't there on my part, that's absolutely up to you, and that's absolutely fine. I love sex words in the same way I love swear words. I just like the way they sound. I like the reaction I get sometimes. Doesn't come from
Genuine improvement. I could stop, like, in my head, defaulting specific jobs to men. Like, even when I do the vet lock the door and says, "Can you suck me dick?"
Yeah.
I've just, like, instantly made the assumption that the vet's a man.
Yeah.
Like, I think I do that a lot with specific jobs. I'll be like, "Hey."
I was
In a
I was
bit.
condescendingly proud of how well Cara parallel parked the other day. But I've got to tell you, it was unbelievable. Now, don't get me wrong, she used the cameras and stuff, so it's not real parallel parking. But fucking she got into a tiny space. Like a legit I got out of the car, walked around it twice, and it was so tight, and I took like real good.
Yeah, and
But if you'd done it, I would have been like, yeah, man.
In the same vein, whenever Natalie talks with knowledge about football, like, oh my God, I am so proud. It's like, there wouldn't be that patronising pride if that was just me flatmate.
Yeah.
I'd be probably arguing with everybody's point instead of just like, oh, you have a point. It's the best.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No, well, it's not the worst. I'm not going to be one of those men that pretends that women's football is as good as men's football. It isn't
as good.
Nah.
It's the same as like SPL's not.
Aye.
Like, it's as good as men's football. Because that was a conversation I had with my father-in-law, was when he was like, I was chatting about the Women's World Cup because it was on, it was exciting, and fucking, I mean, England were doing well, but not that he'd care, he's Scottish. But I was talking about it, and he was like, I haven't been watching it. Like, why would I not watch just like the best version of the thing? It's not as good. And like, did have a point, but he watches the SPL, and then he like absolutely disarmed him when I was like, you watch Scottish football? Like, there's literally a qualifier in that makes it slightly worse than the football that's on your telly at the same time.
But it's a different game up here.
Huh?
It's a different game. It's more old school.
Aye, I mean, you just watch the championship then. It's like a proper league format instead of there's 12 teams and then it splits into 2 divisions and then they play each other 3 more times or whatever the fuck happens, and then the bottom team doesn't even get relegated to play against the top team. What a fucking stupid division, man. What a stupid league. Like, if you just played a proper league in the format that everyone else plays a league, you'd probably attract better players.
No, you can't expect. Man, Scotland's fucking tiny. You're not getting fucking. Man, you have a fucking 20-person fucking league. It's a 20-team league in Scotland. Fucking two Glasgow teams, and then we're going up to fucking Brecon at this point.
I guess by the time you get the top teams like your Celtic and your Rangers playing
There's only
against the
6
bottom
cities
teams
in Scotland, isn't there? Something like that.
But you have got enough teams for one solid league, but it would just be a massive gulf in standard, I guess. But like 12 teams, but that is my point. Is that like, he was definitely being sexist rather than his valid point being valid. Because if his valid point was valid, he wouldn't have watched SPL.
I don't know. Talking to my father-in-law, like, he prefers the SPL just because it's like the old school type of football, which is just blokes. There's no. Well, I mean, only now is there fucking VAR, but it was just like elbows in, shoulders up, men being fucking men. Like, Italians didn't come over, so I mean, diving wasn't as bad as it fucking could have been. Sort of shit. Like, I think it's a bit of. I mean, I don't watch the SPL. I like if I'm watching Scottish football, I'm watching lower league Scottish football because it's so bad that it's funny and you can abuse the players verbally and they can hear you.
Yeah,
that's the lower league.
Have you seen that game of football? I don't know if it was SPL. It might have just been lower league in England, where there wasn't enough fans behind the goal to fill every seat. So there was like 25% of the seats were full. And each of them got like a white arrow that they kept pointing towards the goal in whichever side of the pitch the ball was at. They all ran down the aisles with the arrow pointing at the goal, so wherever they were pointing towards the net.
Yeah. You can have some good fun at lower league football. I'll watch Scotland's women whenever they're in, like, I would watch them as far as they would go in the World Cup. But the second Scotland were out of the World Cup, unlike the men's World Cup, I wouldn't watch the final of the Women's World Cup unless the blokes were in it, and that's bad feminism, I guess. Which is, by the way, that was a standard I didn't have. I would always watch the chick fucking UFC fights.
Ronda Rousey was amazing for that.
Oh, fucking Rose Namajunas, fucking...
and Misha Tate.
Misha Tate was fucking great, and then was
But Ronda Rousey was like absolute like the draw though, wasn't she? Like you ended up where like she had that level of celebrity as well as the talent, like that made it like that. You were excited.
Kicked her fucking head in. Google who beat Ronda Rousey. What was her name?
It was Holly Holm.
Holly Holm, and who was the Brazilian one? The one that was the double champion. I can't believe I don't know her name.
Joanna Jacek. She's not
Polish.
Brazilian.
Oh, but Joanna was fucking unbelievable. Yeah. Esparza?
But that was for me. I was when I was watching the fights regularly, and then they introduced.
It says Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm.
Amanda Nunes, that's the name you're looking for. I was the like. I mean, I wasn't like vocally like, oh, what are women doing in this sport? I was like, all right, I guess we'll have to like open the door and like, but it should like, I mean, they had Invictus at the time, so it was there to watch if you wanted to watch it, and like, no one particular. I mean, people were, but not on a level that they were watching UFC. And when it happened, I was like, all right, okay, like this is supposed to happen. I get it. Like we're paving the way, but. It shocked myself at how much I enjoyed the fights. Where I was like, what the fuck? Like, because it was like they were fighting with something to prove as well. They were fighting with a weight of that on their shoulders. The fact that people are watching and like they're probably living with a bit of imposter syndrome by like being there.
Also, no women's fight has ever been as boring as any Benson Henderson fight.
Nah.
Like, man, we had fucking...
In the whole of their agenda doesn't get put to this fucking sword when that happens.
Benson Henderson's generation and man, back when Mighty Mouse was champion, I acknowledged that Mighty Mouse was clinically, in terms of like what he was doing, one of the best. It was always the most boring fucking shit in the entire, just unwatchable championship fights of just,
Aye. That's the headline. That's the 5-rounder, is it? Yeah. Are you going to tune back in for 300? I haven't watched that much since we went to 200.
No.
I've watched the odd fight card since that 2019 or whatever it was.
I would. The only time I go back is whoever. I'd love to now see. I'm going to watch every Conor McGregor fight for the opposite reason now. Now I want to see that fat cokehead get chinned.
Get battered.
Aye. I just, as somebody who's lost, who's just shattered his own legacy while building it, not even years after. Yeah. Normally it's like your hero does everything, retires, come back 20 years later, you're like, oh man, he's doing that advert, now I fucking hate him. Conor McGregor turned on his own career and was like, I'm going to start disappointing you all way faster and way quicker,
he had
way
something
harder.
So special.
Oh,
it was amazing.
He was the fucking Tyson of the Muhammad Ali of our generation for a bit. Like, it just the hype around.
Especially when he was like, when he was that skinhead kid that used to like just be like fucking mad talking shit in the interviews with Cage Warriors, and then he had his first UFC fight and we're all tuning in. Was it Marcus Brimage? And we're all tuning in on that, and he fucking dispatches him, and like every fight is getting bigger and bigger, and he keeps fucking winning, and you're just there going, this isn't gonna stop. And he reaches the top, and you're like, this is fucking unbelievable. It's generational. We'll get to watch it happen. We'll talk about it like in generations to come. We'll be talking about being there when this happened, and then he just shat all over himself.
Yeah.
And
just
like
fucking got into coke and then just stank.
Oh, his chat was shite. And you were like, was it ever good? Did I fall for it? Was it a con? Because I know there was people who hated him all the way through his rise, and I never got it. I was like, thought they were being contrarian, and then they were totally vindicated when he turned out to be an ultra prick.
Aye. Just a big fucking thick stupid cunt. God.
Absolutely devastated. Remember he left you an answer phone message?
Aye.
And we're like, giddy. absolute giddy
I'll
with it.
fucking kill you, you little fuck.
I heard you talking shit on the podcast. I'm just that excited by it.
You got any points?
Yeah, I've got points on the license. I think.
I've also got, there was only 3 charities that I could see in the Discord.
Yeah.
There was Penumbra, which is a mental health one that one of the patrons was
Okay.
saying helped them out during
Yeah.
that time. There's the Trussell Trust, which does like food banks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's the North Edinburgh Arts, which just does like general charity work, but also tries to give back stuff as
Great. So we've got 3 in there,
Aye.
and then I mean for how much the money is, we'll probably just pick one, right?
Sorry?
For what the money is, like 200 and some quid, we'll pick one of them rather than
Yeah,
just
yeah,
split
yeah,
it
yeah,
between
yeah,
the 3.
Aye.
Did any of them stand out for you?
I like the mental health one's fine.
Mental health
Yeah.
one?
Aye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So what's it called?
Penumbra.
Penumbra. Okay, so I'll get in touch with Penumbra. I'll donate them the money. I think it was 200, somewhere between 230, 250 quid. I'll send that over to them and let you all know when that's done. Thank you for subscribing, and it's good to put your money to a good cause. I'll do a lot more research and awareness on the actual cause itself as well. You do this, but as a joke. But like with Muggle Corner, doing it ironically is still doing it.
Yeah.
Using the neighbouring urinal when there's other urinals available. Points on that for that absolute lack of spatial awareness. Man's got his cock out. You stood there having a piss, right? You don't need to brush shoulders with him when you're doing it. You don't need to stand right next to the guy.
Yeah.
And it is very funny when you do it. The same as it's funny when you fart in the lift. It doesn't mean that you're not getting points in the
I'm
lift.
not doing it to strangers, I'm doing it to you.
You're doing it when you know, right? You're going to get points on your license, but you're doing it anyway. You're accepting the points on your license, right? The pissing, right? You get 1 point for doing it, right? And once you reach 3 points, no, not even. I'm gonna redo the punishment on this. Once you've got a single point for doing that, you have to queue for a cubicle for the next 3 pisses to get the point off your license. That's your speed awareness course. You're waiting for that guy to finish his shit before you have a piss.
I mean, I don't do it. I'm not. It's important clarification. I don't do this to strangers. It's just something I enjoy doing to you in public toilets or friends. It's just friends.
It's a funny thing to think. And you do it, you're laughing when you do it. It is funny because you know when like I wrote this down because someone just did it like in an airport, right? And now I'm having a piss, and someone just come and just like filed in next to us, and there's room to do it. I don't know how he wasn't feeling what I would feel if I did that.
It's so rude. It's so rude. Women will never understand it, but like it's just, it's an internal queuing system. There is logically a place where you piss and a place where you don't piss, and when men violate it, it makes you want to get a little bit violent, being like, "What the fuck, man?"
Just push him out, and the next one he pisses on his feet a little bit. Get out of there, mate. There's fucking plenty of room. Why you stand next to me pissing for?
Nonsense.
Loads of room. And he's like, you know, even if it's fucking rammed in the toilet, I'll fucking be happy if someone squeezes in between me and that guy if there's a massive queue and we're all pissing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that why the fuck are we like near touching each other?
When we don't need to be. Like if there's pissers at music festivals, again, shoulder to shoulder. If it's that one when it's in the middle and you're all pissing at facing each other, I've got no problem with there being 30 men around that.
Aye.
If 30 men are needing to be, and that's why we have to be close together, I've got no problem being close to someone if we physically have to be.
Aye.
For it to be a conscious choice, for you to choose there to be less distance than necessary between us is,
Points for that.
You know what? You're the type of men women are scared of. Because you clearly don't understand personal space rules.
Nah.
Like you're the ones that aren't aware that you're walking just slightly faster behind them at midnight, listening to your headphones with your hood up, not being aware that you look fucking mental.
There's something not switched on. You're not feeling the things that
Devoid of empathy. Devoid of empathy.
Everybody else feels this thing that tells them that like it's just off.
Aye.
It's just skew with. This is a bit skew with. Remedy it. Like he's not getting the same emotion that I get if I was to do a thing like that.
Need to kill him. Buying a tabloid, 1 point.
Oh yeah,
Just if you earnestly, you're allowed to believe, you're allowed to read tabloids if it's been left on a train or if it's been left on public transport and it's all there is to
curiosity got the better.
Yeah, absolutely. And the celebrity side of this, providing an interview for the tabloid, doing an interview for the Sun, or the fucking Daily Express or in this, doing an actual sit-down interview with one of their air quote journalists, 3 points.
Column.
Don't stop contributing to the death of information.
Aye, the red top rags.
Yeah.
I have fuck out the day with them. Just like they haven't been a part of my life since like I'm gonna say like staff room of the airport when I worked in the airport, and you'd like flick through the sports pages, get angry at whatever they were telling you to be angry at, and then fucking do the super easy crossword. Right. And then that would be like, that would be in the staff room.
You're paying to lose your right to vote. Every fucking tabloid you get gets one. I'm like, man, you're not getting information. You're not receiving news. So you don't actually know what's going on in the world.
Oh, remember when I done the news for dummies and I would go and buy a handful of papers and flick through the stories and then write a joke on different news stories. I did for a good like 6 months to a year, buy them every day, a handful of them. Yeah. So they were part of my life and
points
in my mid-20s. Points for that.
Yep.
Fair fucks. I'll take my points. Hopefully they're off my license now since the last time I bought one. Here's because I done one that you do, I thought I'd do one that I do. People that like steal lighters. Get home and you've got someone else's lighter in your pocket.
Yeah.
I'm not lying here. I've got a drawer full of lighters. Ask us if I bought any of them.
Did you buy any lighters?
No, I nicked all of them, Daniel. I fucking stole them. I didn't mean to steal them. Right? But count them into a fucking bag and charge us a point for every fucking one of them. And I'm not allowed to have. I've got to have matches. That's my punishment.
Aye, that's fair, man. You are a lighter thief. No, I not as a smoker. I've absolutely accidentally pocketed fucking lighters because as somebody who smokes a lot of fucking weed. But I will chase people down and be like, I'm very sorry, I gave you this. Or I always try to make sure I keep it in my hand and give it back. People like you are scum.
Because you know what?
Man, the amount of times I've been back at my fucking hotel and I've not had a lighter because somebody has lighter fucking...
Somebody? Exactly who it was?
It is you.
Because here's something as well, right? Like with cigarettes, right? If you're in my company, my cigarettes are your cigarettes.
Yeah.
But different get it drag, yours are mine. Right? Fucking cigarettes to me, it's an open crisp packet on the table. And I've nicked a few, but I tell you what, I am not in debt.
Yeah.
I am fucking 1 for 1. For every cigarette I've took, I've given one away.
Yeah.
Right? And I say that. It's not the same with lighters. You need your lighter. Give away a cigarette, you've got another cigarette in your pocket. Give away a lighter. You're looking for a lighter.
Yeah. Aye. Cruel thing to do it, people. It's a good one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm ever going to fix it.
Shitting in the communal toilet, and this could be anywhere, like whether you live with your friends, whether you're in like a hotel, whether you're in a camper van, whether you're in there is a place, like there is standard etiquette of, especially when we've got fucking guests around and stuff, being like, there's a pissing bathroom, and we all know this is the pissing bathroom because it's the bathroom that's closest to where everyone's going to be at all times, right? Whether this is a day-long thing, whether this is a weekend thing, whether this is a 2-week thing. Maybe we're on
the camper van at a festival.
You're
having a shit in the fucking
There are places to shit
still.
and there are places to piss. Shitting in a place, in a toilet. Oh, but it's a toilet. Where else? Fuck off, man. We're adults. Don't stop using this fucking Joe Rogan thing of like, we're all monkeys. At the end of the day, we're all fucking monkeys. We created society and we've been to the moon. Right?
Your shit stinks.
Yeah. We created society, and also we created society 6,000 years ago. So it's not, and it's new in this, in terms of like evolution, but catch up. We just have higher standards for each other now. Stop shitting in the places that we agree not to.
I was even when I was in Portugal with Natalie last summer, I was using the lobby toilet to have a shite at the hotel.
Man, during the day, I'm allowed to shit in our ensuite because it's during the fucking day. Gareth's downstairs. If I want to shit at night time, shit in one of the other toilets, Daniel.
Yeah,
like that's right beside. It's the communal toilet at that point.
Backstage where the toilet's like attached to the green room.
Yeah.
Like ones where I think it's okay is like the Edinburgh stand when it's kind of round the corner and it's still in the same space, but it's like back there. But you know, like the Glasgow Glee, which I think I have had a shit in before, by the way, so points.
No. You shat the communal one at the London Palladium, you bastard, in the green room one.
But that was also in a separate room.
Yeah, it didn't help.
It's when the door opens into the room that's the problem. Like yours, there was room,
No,
toilet.
No, it's not just that. No. You can't shit in the toilet that everyone's going to go into piss in.
That's what you're doing. I thought you were doing like the door opens into the communal space. The door from the shit toilet opens into the communal space. No. The door opens into ambient random room that you're not using.
But
vestibule area.
If you're shitting in the toilet that there's
Like-
only one toilet for most people are pissing. We're all pissing.
Like would I shit on a train toilet where it's in the vestibule area? Yes. Would I shit in a bus toilet where it opens into the fucking cabin of the bus? No. It's if there's a room to catch the smell, that's where you can shit. That's what I think with public toilets.
I don't think you're allowed to shit in the. If people, you can't make people smell shit when they need to
When
piss.
they go for a piss.
Yeah.
I don't think you can at the toilet. It's a toilet.
Not at somebody's houses. Like, not when there's other houses. The one on a train, sure, I get. Okay, that's the only option. But
If you're sitting in a downstairs toilet, it's your pissing toilet. I'll go and shite in that one because it opens up into like a boxed off passage.
no, you got to be shitting in Colin's room. That's the.
Is that right?
Aye.
I think you're like one stage more Nazi than me about shiting.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I think that only counts if you're opening it up into the room where people are socialising.
I think if
You think if somebody's going to go for a piss and you've had a shite in there.
I think if I'm at somebody's house and they're throwing a party, right, and we're all in one room and there's a toilet there, if I'm going to shit, I will ask them where a second toilet is. I'll be like, "Can I use your toilet?" They're like, "Yeah, just right there." I'm like, "No. I know I should have done this on my own time, but you served me coffee."
And a spread
So I need
room,
to
that's
shit.
because you're never shit.
Yeah, I don't want to shit in the one that we're all using to piss in. Can I go use?
Fair fuck.
I'll use an outside toilet.
Yeah, that's an extra level of conscientious. I don't think you force that moral on everybody else.
Okay.
But I do agree.
But we're allowing the.
I do agree with you. If you like you say, green room toilet that opens straight into the green room, or something like that, or like motorhome.
Yeah.
Like you're all sharing the same space to play board games, do coke, and drink booze.
Yeah.
And then somebody has a shite in that one. There's a fucking perfectly good
Yeah.
public toilet over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Okay.
100%. Like none of us will be shitting on the tour bus.
Nah. Well, Caleb.
Maybe Kaelin, but
Aye.
he's got to lose points.
Aye.
He's got to get points on his license every time. And the punishment would be need more toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Need
No
more
more,
toilet
yeah.
paper for you.
Yeah, no more toilet paper. You lose the right to toilet paper.
Yeah, why should we deal with your stink if you don't have to deal with it?
Aye, yeah.
You have to carry it around with you. Do you have any dad jokes?
I got 4. Oh, I've also got another points.
Go on then, let's do that.
3 points. Serious one, this. Mocking someone's laugh. Now, there are exceptions. If you're losing an argument with a relative, and like especially, yeah, absolutely. you're allowed to mock your siblings' laughs. Absolutely, you're allowed to mock your. That's a
Or
crucial.
if someone's laughing at something that you don't find funny, you can do a pretended laugh to like
Yeah.
disarm them of what they've just laughed at. Funny that was it.
Yeah. And again, that's more mocking what they're laughing at. If you're making fun of somebody's laugh and
Cruel?
how they express joy
Is it cruelty to it?
to like make them self-conscious in their moments of utter vulnerability, that's not.
I'll often compliment a bad laugh at a gig if someone does like an out of sequence or a seal laugh or something. I'll go, good laugh. Like as if they're farting again, like good arse.
Aye, that's a nice one. Yeah, I mean, I've had some ex-girlfriends with some of the most blood-curdling laughs. Like I'll never mention their names, and I would never tell them that their laughs were awful because I always told them that they had beautiful laughs.
Because then you get points on your license.
Well, it's all again just a fucking rude. But Jesus fucking Christ, like one of those. I was like, I can't be in a relationship with you.
Yeah, it would be
If
hard,
that's the
wouldn't it?
noise you make when I bring you joy, oh boy.
It would be a shame of a deal breaker.
Oh, the worst. Yeah,
I wonder
yeah.
if you could like tune it to be something that you like. You know, I wonder if like it's a subjectivity to it. Sorry, objectivity to it. Where like if that's the person you love and that's how they sound when they're happy.
Oh, I read. Yeah. I read.
Would you be able to tune your brain rather than?
Well, it's like anytime you see a couple, they're like, "Oh my god, I fucking hate the way he breathes," and you're like, "Oh, break up."
Yeah, that's not
Like if you're paying attention to like
that's
just
not his breathing that you hate. That's his soul.
yeah, that's
You
it.
hate
His
his soul. Did you hear about Jimmy Carr in Nick Helm's show?
Yes, but
Where
tell it.
he does the like because he like breathes in, laughs inwardly, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like that. And Jimmy Carr did that at Nick Helm's show, and Nick just went, "Jimmy, come on, I don't come to your show and laugh." Very funny. Your dad put snus under his eyelids.
Oh, I'll reuse it. Your dad goes outside to snooze.
Twos. Gas twos on a snooze. Your dad curtsies.
Your dad's D&D character is just him with a bigger dick.
Your dad once took you into bed so tight you had to call the fire brigade to come cut you out.
Your dad's got a schlort
Slot.
instead of a schlong.
Slot. Short and short. I wrote these a while ago now, I can't read them. Your dad was curled up licking his armpits clean like a cat, totally oblivious, at the foot of your hospital bed when you were born.
Your dad thinks queefs are the ghosts of miscarriages.
I can get behind that notion.
Fucking hell, Jesus Christ, it's haunted in here.
Look at all the ectoplasm coming out your pussy. Your dad popped a spot in his nose and the rest of his acne went off like a Chinese firecracker.
I convinced your dad that I got a BDE from the king.
What's a PDA?
Big dick energy.
That's all I've got for you, mate.
Aye.
It's a handful.
Oh.
Got any more? Is that you done? I think that's the podcast done.
Aye.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here with us in this room, with us in your ears, talking in your ears while you laugh on a bus. That's you, that.
These people are on buses.
I'm talking directly to you. You that's been laughing on the bus. Everybody else is tuned out now. It's just me and Eno. Fart. I don't care if you don't need to fart. Try and fart. This is how like insane people end up on buses, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They just hear this voice in their head.
Mm-hmm.
I hear now. Follow through. Go and have a shite in your pants on the bus.
You know, it's actually physically impossible to shit yourself.
Aye.
After the age of 6,
Aye.
part of your brain just develops that it's absolutely impossible to
can't do
shit
it.
yourself. It's only through brain cancer and turning old that part deteriorates.
That is-
If you are between the age of 7 and 45, I'm telling you right now, it is impossible to shit yourself, no matter how hard you try.
You better fucking believe every word I say when I tell you I've pissed my pants because of someone doing that to me. Would piss in their pants. 2012, Andorra, drunk as fuck, being on the Jaegers, and we were all deciding that you can't piss yourself for that reason. And fucking me and Cubby, one of the lads, Cubby, really just fucking meditated on it. The pair would just start pissing my pants at the exact same time. The puddles coming out. The rest of the boys are laughing. Motherfucker, it froze on the walk home. It froze. I'm up in the fucking Alps and it fucking went rock solid white piss patch on the front of my jeans.
You know, have anything to change into?
Oh yeah, I was heading home, getting to them, getting to bed. The night's ended there. Like that's not the beginning of the night. I haven't got a bunch of dancing more to do, and it's after I fucking succumbed to piss myself with the peer pressure.
Were you able to stop pissing halfway through, or did you just feel like you
Just might as well finish it there. It's not what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, once you've pissed your pants, walking home in less pissy pants isn't going to make too much of a difference.
Yeah. Going to the toilet and fucking getting your cocky, your wet trousers and all that just to finish it off with some kind of moral line in the sand that you have. So how if you piss yourself a little bit? Yeah, we're full on pissed our pants. It's a good night, actually. One of the best. Good night, something then like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, still talking about it now, 12 years later. Look at that.
I'm sure Cubby's not.
Oh yeah, he didn't live. He's dead. He's not. He's not dead.
All right. Well, see you later, kids.
Bye.